Whispers float in empty halls. Footsteps echo down the walls. Shadows break where secrets lie. Every echo holds a hidden sign. Blow the trace along the crime, a hush that haunts the night, a fear that lives in light. Unravel lines of twisted lies. In the dark, the story waits unseen.
And here we go.
Hey guys, hold on. I'm trying to fix this. Couple things you might want to improve. Avoid mention. Oh fuck it. I didn't mention anything on there. I don't even know if this is even. I'm not really. They can't see anything on TikTok. It's just gonna send them over here. There's not anything on there, you stupid idiots. TikTok's ridiculous, man. And I don't get the whole cross-streaming thing because, like, it's pointless. But anyways, hi guys. How's everybody doing? Hopefully we'll give everybody a chance to get here. I'm going to put the live on TikTok, and it's not going to probably stay on there the whole time because they can't see anything. It's basically just to bring people over here. What the hell? And live on the other device. What other device? Fucking tripping. To go live on this device, you need to end the live on another device. It's not on another device. I hate this technical stuff. Oh, doesn't make any sense. Hello. I don't know. I'm probably just going to give up on this because I don't know what it's talking about. No, you're fine. You're on time. I don't know if that's going to end. That shouldn't end it on this one. Yeah. We'll see if it works. TikTok isn't really going to do anything anyways other than just sending people here. No, you're good. You're good. Can you guys hear me okay? Because this was on mute. You guys hear me okay? My beautiful broken thing that... Remember when we broke this? Hello. I'm just giving everybody a chance to get here. I'm going to go dig the... I'm probably not even remotely ready for this, even though I've been wanting to do it for a while. So... This live is just to let people know that we're doing the watch party on YT. So come join over there. Okay. I have to go, and my playlists are back, so that's good. And my homepage is the way that I wanted it again, so that's good. So they finally finished integrating because it wasn't there for a while. But you can't see anything on TikTok. You have to go to YT, which is the whole point of this live, honestly. Just to remind you guys that it's going on YT and to go over there. Okay, so we're going to look for the... I figured that we would do the... just the ones that I edited because it cuts out all the extra, pauses and stuff. I think it's into 7 hours though, so we're not doing all 7 hours today. If it's on here. So marathon, here we go. Yeah, 7 hours and 27 minutes. So we're not going to obviously do all of it. How I wanted to do this was, since everything is going on with Idaho 4, I've actually been wanting to do this for the past 6 months. And my life has been kind of crazy, so I haven't been able to do so. So now I think it's like the time, astrologically and with the case and everything. I thought it would be kind of cool to go back into at least the first couple readings. This gonna be a part 1, so we'll have several parts until we kind of get through them all. Depending on, I can't remember like all the readings that I put in this marathon, so I don't know if I put like the auto write or anything like that in there. If your guys are coming on TikTok, we're going to be doing this on YT. You're not going to be able to see anything from here. I just want to let you guys know and remind you that we're over there if you wanted to join. So, that was my plan. And if we wanted to, we can go and search for some validating information. There was a video that I found of his injuries. Kind of just like putting this back out there because everybody's kind of driving me a little bit crazy. Everybody can ask questions during, while we're watching. If you guys have validations that you found, you can let me know. I want to make it interactive as well as a watch party. Hey Kimmy. So yeah, if you guys are joining on TikTok, you won't be able to see the watch party because they don't do multi-streaming like that. So you'd have to run over to YT. I just wanted to come on here to remind you guys it was going on so you kind of didn't miss it. That's basically all this live is about. Sorry, I'm trying to talk to 2 different things. I don't like how they do that. It's dumb. I mean, if you're multi-streaming, I think you should be able to multi-stream everything. So anyways, I don't know. I want to say it's all of them, but I don't know if like the Into the Mind and stuff is on here because we can add that as well as we go, when we get to that point. I'm kind of wanting to go in order. But I didn't get to go and like search there's lots of other videos. Like there's a video where he was in the house. We can look that up. If there's something we feel like we want to validate, we can go try to see if we can find it. Because I want this to also be kind of a validation thing because in the end, this is about the victim's voice. I don't give a crap about him. And no one's going to tell me that he's innocent because I literally followed him around in a remote viewing situation that I have not done in any other case. And I was placed in three separate situations: third party, victim, and perpetrator. So no one's gonna tell me there's multiple people or he's not involved, especially when we go back and see how much is gonna hit him. And there's stuff that like we can't validate, obviously, because we don't know everything. So if you guys are coming in to the TikTok live, you won't be able to see the watch party from here. You will have to run to YT if you want to actually see it, because the multi-streaming doesn't work that way on TikTok. I just wanted to come on to let you guys know that's what we're doing. So if you guys want to hop on over there, we haven't started yet. Just giving everybody a chance. Thank you for liking, Nicola. But the only reason I'm doing this watch party is a lot of people said they wanted it on YouTube and TikTok. A lot of people said that they wanted it, so I thought now's a good time to do that. So, and the family has been very vocal lately, so that's something else interesting. I've got to get off of Facebook because it's literally my whole algorithm on Facebook, and I keep jumping into discussions, and I need to shut up because I want to throw my phone against the wall with all these people saying, "Oh, he's innocent." I'm sorry, you don't admit to doing something and say, "Oh yeah, I did it," but I'm wondering if he might get a new trial just because of what I received in the readings. Didn't really match the outcome so far, so we'll see. Time will tell. Their chart is highly activated in August, so I think it was September and October. So that could just be the legal stuff going on around it as well. All right. So if you're on TikTok and you want to actually see what's going on, you're going to have to go to YT because we can't multi-stream it doesn't work like that with this multi-streaming thing. I just want to come on here and let you guys know what we're doing, where we're at. So you should be able to get into the live no problem. That's going on right now. Go back out and go back in. So there shouldn't be an issue going into the live. It's open. Just make sure you're subscribed over there, but there shouldn't be a reason why you shouldn't be able to get in. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So I hope I see you guys over there. It seems like I thought we would have more people by putting it up at least a day ahead of time. I wanted to actually do this last weekend, but that's when I had my loss and everything, and I ended up not being able to do it. So, yeah. Let me see. There's a couple other things I want to join on here. If you would like to support the stream, just make sure you like, comment, interact. That's gonna help. That's gonna help this get pushed out. If you would like to donate, that is also appreciated right now. I have the buy 2 questions, get 1 free right now, and I added a couple things also to my website, new readings. There's a spiritual coaching session, and I also added baby prediction sessions on my website. And I also opened up another day and added all my things back. So just wanted to put that out that those things are going on right now. Or I mean, I have those things going on right now. And actually, I haven't you're welcome. I haven't actually put the price back up to the 20 minutes. So if you want a 20-minute, you might want to grab that. It's $15 off right now because I forgot to do it. So but after this live, I will be putting it back up. All right. Okay. So like I said, we're going to do as I guess we're just going to go off of the marathon one, and we'll just get through a little bit today. Like I said, we're not going to watch 7 hours. So we'll go until you guys are just like, maybe the first couple readings or whatever. All right. I do know that the second reading was a bit harder because people had their theories and were throwing them out, and it was hard to shut off my mind during that one. That is one thing I do remember. So, yep, if you guys come over to my YT so that you can watch the watch party, and I'll be shutting off the TikTok here in just a bit because I can't keep up with both of you or with all of you. Thank you for the sparkle jewels, Trista. That's appreciated. All right. Okay. So let me go see. Let me fast forward to through the intro. We don't need an intro. Oh, this is gonna be fucking wonderful. I forgot all about. But I couldn't. There's nothing I can do about it. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to watch it just as it is with that person. So I don't think I can crop. Okay. Well. Hold on. I'm going to share screen. I was kind of giving people a chance to get here. Where did I go? Oh, I'm behind the chat. Okay, I've got to figure out a way to... Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Nope, there's got to be a way to make it smaller. Hold on one second. Let me, crap. That doesn't work. That doesn't look any better, does it? Hello. I'll move it. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to do this because I'm actually trying to cover up another part of the screen. Sorry. What is our best view? What do you guys think? Because this is actually gonna
That's right, honey. Poor city where he works to surprise him.
Yay! Dad's over there.
Like, and I said he's in a. playing really quick how spirit works so that I don't have to reclip.
And I think I put this at the house where it works, as you guys know, past, present, future, because I had somebody say, oh yeah, he was a rug user back in the day. Well, yeah, but it's still going to come in because it's describing past, present, future of a person. So guys, come join us on YT if you're on TikTok. Okay. I'm trying to see. This should be loud enough. I don't think I can make it any louder. Oh, here it is.
All that and keep like he was really close through things. Spirit will often use my references, experiences,
Gosh.
how
many years
situation.
was this?
Okay, so keep that in mind because I have so many people that don't understand that it doesn't just revolve around the perp or even the victim. Sometimes we get a description of other people that are around the
Can
situation.
you guys hear it?
And another thing I want to mention is I kept feeling really like he was really close through a lot of the readings. So keep in mind that we can feel the energy. So I did misperceive that as thinking he lived close, although 8 miles is not very far. He was stalking. His energy was close to them
This is
a lot of the
replay
time.
back.
So that's why I kept feeling that way and I couldn't shake that way. If you are here, I think I'm having a hard time breathing for some reason. That goes on, I'm gonna pick it up, but
You see what I'm talking
a
about,
lot of people
Christine?
keep trying to
I'm
fit
trying to
it
figure
to
out
another person.
that.
You know, Brent, beard and mustache. Remember, BK became disheveled afterwards. So this is a vision. I'm not saying when I say facial hair, I'm not saying a full beard and mustache. He still grew out of, and he ended up going to the barber and get everything cut, but he still grew out facial hair.
Come join us on YT. I'm gonna
keep
be
that in
shut off
mind, guys.
TikTok in a minute.
People try to make things fit other things, and yes, it does kind of seem that because the military reference, but again, that could be BK's family. So again, this is all alleged, and I just want to I think I'm having a hard time breathing for some reason.
I can't make it go any higher.
She's already kind of getting into it, but I'm gonna try to get her to take me back to like maybe where this person saw them, or maybe what happened, prior. I want to kind of go through the whole night. But the weird thing is I hear music. So I don't know if they were out or what, but I hear music like I'm at a bar or I'm out and about. Do you know if that makes sense? Okay.
Well, 2022. We're in 2026, so 4 years. Well, 4 years at the end of this year.
It's weird. So it's weird because I keep wanting to put them in some kind of bar or something like that, or that they went out. Yes. Because I keep hearing this music, and the weird thing is where I think that this is, it's weird because what the girls show me, so she's showing me like her dancing with the girls. There's a weird guy at the bar that I see. He's kind of got a hat on and he's kind of, it's tilted down. There's something that happened at some kind of altercation with the boy. I feel like the boy went to go get drinks, or there's something like that, or maybe he didn't like the way that he was looking at his girlfriend. There's some kind of, it feels like the boy went to go get drinks or something. The girls are dancing, but there's some kind of something with this guy that I'm seeing, and the guy looks older. He's a white guy, and he's got his let's see, his face is sort of rounder. He's got sort of a pointy nose. It's weird because I feel like he's got like a jacket on or something, but a sweatshirt underneath his jacket.
Tile Survive has to be one of the most relaxing and comforting games of 2026. There's no pressure, and you don't need to stay online all day, and endless grinding either. Just hop in whenever you feel like it.
Like it feels fluffy, or like bigger than he is. It makes him look bigger because he's like layered, like layers on. And the sweatshirt seems like it's gray underneath. I've got the chills in my head on that. And so the weird thing is I keep seeing the boy go to the bar, and he gets in some kind of, I don't know if he's in a conversation.
So I just explained all that on mute. What I was saying is when this was going on, I had people contact me from that area that said that I was describing the bar and what the inside of the bar looked like. So they said that down to the pool table. And I really do think that he was stalking them at some point. So I could have been describing him at a bar. Nobody noticed him or recognized him, right? But I could have also been describing people that were around. Jack was there, he was around, but we don't know what BK was wearing or whatever, right? We don't know that. So, all right, going back.
With this guy, maybe that he said something the guy didn't like. It comes off as he kind of ticked the guy off with maybe this is some young kid that like he thought didn't respect him. There's something that made him kind of become a little obsessive, if that makes sense. He did not like maybe the way the kid looked at him or something that he said to him. It seems to stem from that, and it kind of made him angry. And he's been drinking. I feel like he's been drinking. I get there's a reference to hard alcohol with him. Okay, so they also show me he might be a possible drug user because I'm getting needles, which is what I normally get with drug use. And that doesn't necessarily mean that's what he uses, but that's like a symbolic thing for me. And
as we know, that was validated as something in the past. So remember, you're looking at past, present, future, which is what I try to explain to people when they try to make everything fit this linear time, and it's not just this linear time.
But they're showing me like, I don't know what kind of alcohol it is. It's like a lighter brown kind of alcohol. In like one of the short glasses, and he's drinking it like straight up is the way that it comes across. And I keep seeing him like there's the bar and then there's bar stools. Like I keep seeing him on the bar stool. There's also a reference to a pool table and possibly playing pool, or I don't know why that's coming in at, but yeah, it could be whiskey. Whiskey, brandies. Probably whiskey. I want to lean more towards that. Probably Angela. Probably right. So, I only said that because she just commented in our chat.
And we don't know at this point who I'm describing. I'm just describing what I'm getting. Can really just be what anybody was drinking at that point.
That's how I saw that comment. It's weird because okay, so everybody seems a little tipsy. Now, I don't know if they got an Uber or it feels like they did not drive, but there's an Uber or a taxi or something like that they got. Yes. So because they feel kind of tipsy, like the girls were being like all rambunctious. They had a good time. I feel like there was a lot of laughing. Like it was a really good night besides this. But there's this altercation that sticks out to me. Also, I feel like the guy, besides him being like a little irritated with the boy, there was a girl that he liked, one of them, and she snubbed her nose at him. And he didn't like that either. He didn't like, because I get the sense of rejection and not like feeling rejected. But he looks at them like they're young punk kids. And I feel like it really infuriated him for some reason. Now, this guy, he's a psychopath. And he may have done, I feel like he might have a record. I hear the word record.
Okay.
But I don't know I'm not sure what his record like is for. But I get violent. And I also hear he does not like to feel rejected or lesser than. That comes in. So there's a reference to I feel like I'm being followed and watched at this point. I think he came from the bar, is the way that it's coming across. And they were followed.
Yeah.
Was there any? I hear the word surveillance, so I don't know if they were caught on surveillance or he was caught on surveillance, but I get an A. I don't know if that belongs to one of them. Or it belongs to him. So I'm trying to see how did he follow them? How far was this bar from how far was this bar from where the college is? Was it like really close?
I'm not sure, but it's far enough to have to Uber.
Right, that's true. Because I'm trying to see like if he drove or walked. Because I feel like it's like if I'm standing there watching them.
The one thing that I want to mention, and I do think that it's possible that he has like an alter ego or something, and that's why it's some certain times it kind of flipped, unless it's another case I was picking up in the area. But just because of the way that it felt, you know what I mean? Like he's like a different persona, and that doesn't mean necessarily how someone looks. It can be who they are kind of on the inside. So that's one thing that I've thought about with certain descriptions.
And they get into an Uber, like how do I catch up to where they're going? You know what I mean?
Somebody said about 1 mile.
That's that can be walked. I think maybe they just didn't want to, because it felt close. The bar feels like a college bar. It feels like one that's close to campus. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you didn't go to the ER after a car accident, you could still be owed a huge check. No serious.
Okay.
You want me to say it?
What?
Or let's wait. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Him walking. It's so freaking weird. But at the same time, I get like a black vehicle or a dark vehicle.
Okay.
I
can tell you, but I don't know if you want to wait.
I feel like he lives around there. I feel like he lives within vicinity. He doesn't. Okay, so I don't feel like he goes to that college because he feels older than me, or he feels older to me, like maybe like 40s, maybe 50s, but he feels like maybe late 40s is what I'm kind of picking up, like around 45ish.
Okay.
Well, that's how someone can feel. It doesn't necessarily mean it's their age. We got his age
So
later, but he felt older. If you look at him, he looks older. He feels older. It's hard to pin down.
Are there because this house was off campus, right? Are there other houses where like regular people live off campus? Because this guy feels like he lives close to this house. he had an obsession. He has an obsession with one of these girls.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm following them. Like to the bar and from the bar. Like I feel like that maybe he's watched them. Like this was not a maybe they didn't know about him, but he knew about them. Does that make sense? Dude, I feel like he lives like right down the street. That's why he knew where they lived.
Again, feeling
Yeah.
close energetically.
I literally
easy to misperceive.
feel like I want to go down the street from their house.
Wow.
He lives.
Okay.
This is one thing that I think a lot of people misunderstood when they watched this is he lived within 8 miles. That's not that far. But if he was stalking and he was there 23 times, 12 times, he's going to feel close all the time. So he could have been stalking from down the street. He could have been stalking from his car. He could have been following them. Do you know what I mean? So he could have felt that close. Energetically, he felt like he was right there all the time, depending on when I was tapping in and where he was. So that's easy to misperceive as thinking that someone lives right there, but 8 miles still isn't that far. He still is within running distance. So
She says he's a creeper. He's a creeper. There's a reference to peeking in windows.
it is said he did peek in windows. He was caught doing
There's
so.
something about this night that like really infuriated him though. But I feel like he kind of been planning this in a weird way. Like again, I feel like he lives really close. I can't shake that feeling that he lives within the vicinity. Like he lives like feels like somebody that may have seen them. I feel like kind of an obsessive feeling with one of the girls, and one of the girls that's blonde. It might even be the one that I'm looking at right now, and that might be the pool to her.
I was looking at Maddie.
I keep getting 6 for some reason.
That makes sense.
I can't get away from the fact that I feel like he lived close, and what they're showing me now is I don't see him. I see that he has a vehicle, like there's a dark vehicle I keep getting, but I hear like whenever someone's walking on a sidewalk, how
I totally feel like he was stalking, and this is what I keep trying to tell people, because a lot of people say, "Oh, there's no proof he had any interaction." There doesn't have to be proof. Someone can see somebody and get obsessed and go in and unalive them. Ted Bundy did it with the people in the girls in the university. He didn't know them. He saw them in a bar. So obsession can stem from all sorts of things, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. When someone's stalking someone, it's not like they're going to leave this big old trail or be like, yeah, I'm stalking them, so when people say, oh, there's no, and the family has already come out and said that there was an Instagram connection.
your shoes kind of sound, especially if you're wearing kind of like a boot kind of. It feels almost like a work boot, hike boot, some kind of boot shoe thing. Like whenever that walks on cement, that's what I keep hearing. So I think that they're trying to tell me that he walked there or he was in walking distance.
Okay.
Because that comes through as being like I can't get over that he lives like really close and he knew about them. He's got an obsession over one of these girls. But there's something that happened that night, like I said, with the boy, and like I don't know if they know him, but I know he knows them. And they might know of him, but not like personally. Like, he doesn't come through like he doesn't feel like a complete stranger, but yet he is. Like I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like maybe they seen him around the area or something like that.
With Base 44, a
Thank
simple
you
sentence
for the sparkles.
becomes your website.
I feel like I get the color blue too. I wonder if there's a blue house around there.
Okay.
So there was a blue house next door that I was not aware of when I did this channeling. It's just to tell me where the crime was at, and it doesn't necessarily mean anybody's involved in that blue house. Like, the thing I think that people misunderstand about psychic impressions is that we get what's around, we get what's going on around, and what's connected. You know what I mean? So I don't think people get that.
That makes sense too.
Okay. I hear the dead of night.
Yeah.
He waited. It's almost like he waited till they were asleep. Because it's really dark.
Okay.
It feels I hear the word crap, I had it and I lost it. Coward.
Yeah.
And this is where I think it's going to get a little confusing because it's going to be very violent and I'm not going to be able to keep track of, who got first. But the thing that I keep seeing is them all sleeping.
Okay.
I think this was remote viewing airtime.
I hear the words breaking and entering.
Makes sense.
I don't think that they let him in. I feel like they were asleep or going to sleep. It seems like it's dark inside the house. Okay.
Okay.
And like I keep picking that up like it looks pitch black to me.
Yep.
For some reason. And I get like I don't know where the reference to 3 comes in. I don't know if that's 3 o'clock in the morning that is significant for some reason or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know what she's showing me posters on the wall for. I don't know if that's their house or his house.
I remember his sister was in a horror movie, so, and that could be in the rooms. We don't know what the rooms look like, so I don't know.
Oh, your 3 makes sense too.
Okay. So he is going, okay, so he gets into that house. It's weird because I'm trying to see exactly how he gets in. I'm kind of confused on that. I keep getting a reference to a window, but then also a door, so I don't really know. It's weird because like I hear, when a sliding glass door opens, like how that sounds, but
Yes.
I don't know if they had a sliding glass door.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Good.
Okay. Maybe they forgot to lock it. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I hear, because I have one and it sounds like when you open it and close it, like how it sounds. That's why I was getting a door and a window because it's basically a window door. He lost it. I mean, this is a, what is that word I'm looking for? Frenzy. This is a frenzy attack. I feel like he smokes. I see him walking down the street smoking. I don't know where the word Marlboro comes in. I don't know if he smokes Marlboros or if it's just like symbolic of it, but it's weird because they show me the Marlboros like
I
like
don't know if
my
that was
mom
at
used to
any
smoke.
point in his life or that's the other alter ego or what that is. I don't know.
I see the flash of a knife at this point, and there's a
There's
reference.
also
I
been
don't know
like
if
a
someone was
witness
sleeping on
around
the
where
couch. It's weird because I get someone sleeping on the couch, then I don't know if there was someone sleeping on the floor. It doesn't. It's weird because at the same time I feel like he's going into rooms because I hear the doors open and like the creak of the doors. So I don't know if their throat was cut. Um, I'm getting a reference to that. I'm getting a reference to being stabbed multiple times. This is something where someone's lost control, and my head is hurting. So I don't know if at one point, I've been stabbed in the head or something like that. Like this feels. I mean, I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, but I just see blood splash everywhere.
Yeah. It makes sense.
And like I said, they didn't even get to fight back because I feel like it comes across as I'm sleeping. And what this reminds me of, and what I've been trying to say,
one
like,
victim because we got something
for the
different
last
here.
few days, is what this reminded me of is when Ted Bundy went into the dorm and attacked all those girls. That's what this reminds me of, and that's what I keep picking up with this as it's similar. I hear serial killer. Now, again, you have to have 3 to become kill 3 people, you're a serial killer. I don't know if this means he's done this before or this is just a fantasy of his to want to be. Right. I hear the word severed. I don't know if something was severed.
I wouldn't doubt it.
This is a multiple thing. This is not just I just stab you once and I'm done. This is I just keep doing things.
Yeah.
And then that's all I think I'm going to, because Spirit will sometimes they'll show me details, but not too many details because they know what I can handle, what I can't. It gets a little much, and at this point, also it's so confusing to everybody because there's so much that's going on. It's really like I sneak in and I just start killing people. Is basically this is a horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's weird because at the same time, I don't know if one of them woke up because I hear screaming and someone running. So it makes me wonder if one or whatever woke up and started to run and screamed. But it feels very like at the like I'm very stealth.
Yeah.
I'm very stealth with it. One of these ones feel like they were into music or something.
Yeah.
I keep hearing music. So I don't know if they sang or something like that, but it's weird because I heard George Michael and I know that's like a singer and I don't know if that's like his name.
You know what I found out about the George Michael thing is that was playing at the truck. Actually, it's on video. So I saw that someone had mentioned that, but I'd have to go and dig and try to see if I could find it. But that was mentioned.
Or one or two of his names. I don't really know why I heard that. That's kind of weird. Unless that's a way to give me a name.
Right.
I really don't know. Because I kept hearing that earlier. I feel sick all of a sudden. I feel like he he looks like I mean, I think he lives alone. I think he might have a dog though. I'm like think he's weird.
Family did at some point.
The A kind of keeps popping in for some reason. It's weird, like this is like a fantasy for him that he just lived out. And I'm concerned that I don't know if he's done it before or he's going to do it again. He likes the thrill.
For validating that.
I hear the
I
thrill
didn't know
of the
that.
kill. Sorry.
He does have a dog.
There's a lot of anger. This is very personal. And like I think it's directed at. There's one girl that she snubbed him or something. Like that comes in. Like he didn't like the rejection.
I could see it.
That's awesome. Thank you. Never been able to connect that, so.
Okay, so there's a reference to, I don't know if he's got fake profiles online. I keep getting an online presence, but it's not him, but kind of like a catfish thing.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if it's related to them or if it's just something he does.
Okay.
You know, like talks to women online. Like there's a lot of that. And maybe, you know, some pornography. Because I keep getting a computer. Like him
Validation
sitting at a
about that.
computer. Like talking to people. It's kind of weird. He gives me that energy again of like Ted Bundy. I keep wanting to reference that, and I think it just has to do with whenever Ted Bundy went in and you know attacked the girls at the college. He might have a thing for college girls as well. There might be just more similarities there with him. I can't get over the fact I feel like he was really close.
This game does not have energy limits. This game has no daily login streaks, no paid win shot. You build your territory across the stars, and the game just lets you play.
I see him wiping off tools, so I don't know if like he works on cars. I don't know if it's just something he does or what. Like a hobby. I don't know if it's.
Well, they also said that like there was a couple of these guys that deep dove into his computer and did find the PORN corn and did find, you know, him studying serial killers and all of that. And it was stated by the family that they did find, you know, proof that there is an Instagram connection with him and Maddie. So everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's not there." They don't
Like something he does for work or not, but I see like, you know, whenever people are done with their tools, sometimes they wipe them off like a rag. I keep getting that with him for some reason. And I kind of smell oil too.
His dad was maintenance, so not everything's gonna fit him. Remember,
weird because the dog seems like a brown dog. I'd be curious if there's not some kind of dog hair or something at the scene, or why I keep seeing this dog. see. I feel like he put his clothes in a bag. What did he do with it? Trash can.
He did put stuff in a trash can, and he did put his clothes in a backpack, or there was a backpack involved.
Because he actually would have been really covered.
Yeah.
In blood. And it's like I see him put his clothes into a black bag. And I'd be curious if they don't have like rollout service or something, and he threw it in the trash can. Because I keep being reminded, the trash cans that roll out, like the ones I have, ones you have.
House, I guess.
Like lifting up the top on that and throwing a trash bag in there.
Okay.
There's also a reference to 9. I just keep getting music with these, with one of them, and I also keep getting like science or there's science, but also like I don't know if someone wanted to be a nurse or like in the medical field, because that keeps coming up too. I also get cheerleading, so I know someone did it in high school. But those things are coming up. I'm just trying. I guess I'm trying to validate. Weird. Like when I get the cheerleading, I get like the color red. So I don't know. If that's for the college or if it's for high school, like prior. There's also one of them has like really good grades. There's like
which did come in the reading, but also that I have a validation video about that because there was some experts that went through his computer. So yeah, there's a validation video out about all of that already.
Really, really smart and does really well. They keep saying like 21.
Okay. One of them was 21.
I can get I don't know if one of them wanted to be a psychologist. I hear psychology major. I don't really know where that fits in.
There's psychology. Guess that fits him. I didn't get that till the auto rate. Well,
I hear the word slasher, and I don't.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know. He's not worried about getting caught. He's arrogant. Maybe he just doesn't care. But I think they are going to catch him because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit.
Good.
So that tells me that he wasn't as smart as he thought he was.
Okay.
He's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December, but then I keep getting a reference to next year. For some reason, I feel like the cops.
what I find interesting is that I'm pretty sure somewhere in the readings we talked about how Ted studied law and wanted to defend himself, and Brian Koberger studied criminal psychology, criminal justice, all of that. Now, makes you wonder if he's trying to get through a loophole because of the book that came out. Just saying, like me and Tracy and I had talked about. So interesting timing with the book and then him trying this. But I think that we kind of always thought that. That's why I was so surprised when he did, because in the reading it came across that it was similar circumstances or situation to Ted in court. So really kind of interesting on that. And in case you guys didn't know, he did watch one of my videos, the one about him, the the profile that I did of him. He watched it, so of course, because he's a narcissist. Anyways,
know more than we think they think we know, or know more than what we think in regards to who this is. Is it a B? Then it's I feel like one of these like had it was twins or triplets, or there's a reference to I get 3 of like the same one.
Yeah. There is one that's triplets. That's where your 3 came in at.
Okay.
which, by the way, I didn't know that about Ethan, but also when I say fraternal, she's like trying to act like they're all the same. No, they were fraternal. I think it's 2 boys and a girl, if I remember right.
Keep getting the color red too, but I don't know if it has to do with the college or the high school before, or if it has to do with him, because I keep getting that color for some reason. I also hear the word circle. I don't know if that has anything to do with like the street name or something.
Okay. The 2 girls were 21. 2 of them were.
Okay. That's why they gave me a range. And 21, and then they gave me a range because I feel like they're all around the same age. But
yep.
Yep, and they did circle. He did circle the property as well.
I hear the word anniversary.
Huh.
But I want to connect it to the couple.
Okay.
And they show me red roses with that. So I don't know if maybe because I don't know if I don't know if there was one coming up or one past. I'm not really sure how that fits. Because I'm seeing those 2 with it. I keep getting the reference to a memorial, like a bunch of, and I know that's obvious, but I'll say it anyways because I'm getting it. A lot of stuffed animals and stuff.
Red does come in later.
Yeah.
Being put out, but what's weird is I think he's even put one out there.
Wow.
The way that it's coming across, I see this. It's like I see him walk up and put one there.
Huh.
And it's not that he's sorry. It's kind of a DICK move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not out of the goodness of his heart or anything like that. Because honestly, he's pretty much soulless.
To do this, yeah.
Yeah. I think he might have a weird fascination with like horror flicks. And that might be the posters. I keep getting posters, and I don't know again if that's in this house, like one of them had posters in the room, or if it's connected to him, like in his house. But I keep getting, for some reason, I keep getting posters on the wall.
Symbolic, because I mean, his sister.
What is it with his shoes? I wonder if there's a shoe print. Like a shoe.
Does anybody know if there was ever a shoe print or anything? That is something I have not heard. So I want to say I heard it in the beginning, but I'm not sure. So
like a bloody shoe print, because I keep seeing I keep getting a reference to that, like a bloody shoe print.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he kept his shoes, because what's weird, which that would be stupid if he didn't. If he did, I mean, it would be kind of dumb. But I mean, I've seen criminals keep them, because whenever I saw him throw stuff away, it was just clothes.
Right.
I wonder if he's got a backyard with a tree, because I keep getting reference to him possibly burying the knife back there. And the knife looks serrated to me. Like a serrated edge. And it's weird because I keep seeing there's a reference to a backyard.
but not in the house. Then that means he probably had shoe covers, which is what I was thinking. He, covered himself up, and he might have had shoe covers then. But yeah, it could just be symbolic for there to be some sort of shoe prints. I don't know if they were bloody or not, but interesting. Okay.
With like one tree, and then like the knife is there, like he buried it. Like, why would he do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird thing to get, but it shows me that he has a front yard with a fence, and then a backyard. It looks like it's got, like mostly dirt, and there's like one random tree. That's what they keep showing me.
Yeah.
And there's something with his shoes. I don't know if he scrubbed them off, think he got them clean and kept them, because I see him
Awesome, thank you.
putting them back in the closet. Like I don't see him throwing them away, which is weird to me. Like, why would he keep them? I don't really know. And I also feel like he may have. There's a reference to one of the girls' hair. I don't really know what that is. If like there's a piece of like hair.
If this doesn't work for you, we promise a 10-fold refund immediately. Yes, you heard that right. A 90-day risk-free guarantee, or you get 10 times your money back.
Or if he took some of the hair. I mean, I don't really know what this is. It kind of reminds me of what I got in Delphi with the taking of the hair, like just cut it with a knife. I don't know if he did that or not, or if there's just a reference to that might be some kind of evidence. But I feel like he walked there to and from somehow. I don't know how nobody saw him, unless it was just when everybody was sleeping. And like I said, he knew where they lived. So it's not like I'm some stranger at a bar and I see these people when I decide I'm going to go kill them. Because then I'd have to like figure out where they lived. It's like he already knew where they lived. And a part of this was he followed him there. You know what I mean? Like it feels like he was kind of stalking.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why I feel like he lives close, and I can't.
Okay.
Because again, like he knew them. I wonder if one of these girls ever went jogging.
Willow. He was the jogger, I guess. I don't know if any of the other girls jogged.
There's someone that's jogging. There's a reference to someone jogging. He might
have
went jogging and ran across her house. I don't know. There's someone that's jogging. Was one of them a waitress or something like that? I see one of them waitressing somewhere. I see they're waitressing or bartending, but I don't know if they just had a part-time job doing that, as that comes in. It's also a reference to either birthday just passed or one coming up, because I'm getting presents, which is usually either get presents or cake for some kind of birthday that's either just pastors coming up. And again, this I don't know if it's them or someone related to them.
2 of the girls worked at a restaurant.
Okay. So that's why I'm getting the waitressing stuff coming in. I feel like this dude like stalked.
Yeah.
To get like stalker with him.
Yeah.
Even online stalking.
Oh.
I think they would be surprised if like they got a hold of his computer, what they'd find as far as like stalking them. They might have even talked to him and not known they were talking to him. I don't know. There's kind of that energy.
Rough month, but been here.
But like he's stalking them. Like I don't know if they have a Facebook page or Instagram page, but I see him like staring at one of them. I keep saying it's one of the blondes. I want to say it was the one I was looking at with the blue eyes, but I'm not sure. It feels like one of the blondes.
Yeah.
One of them used to dance because I don't know if that's the same with the cheerleading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I keep getting not only like the cheerleading kind of thing, like I don't know if they were, but I keep getting dancing like ballet and like different kind of dancing like that. Like that comes in.
What they make
did
like dancing
gymnastics, I'm
videos
curious.
in like their living room, and then they would post them on social media.
So that's where the dancing comes in. But I'm wondering if one of them actually took it when they were younger.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, like I keep getting dancing, and they could just be showing me the ballet because I can reference that to dancing. But there might be one of them that actually took ballet when they were younger. Like that comes in. Or they just liked it, or I don't freaking know. I get they used to when they post them, they post it on like TikTok and stuff like that.
On social media, yeah.
Okay.
And your reference to 6 is there was 6 people in the house.
So wondering if he came back at 6. Does anybody know what time he came back for the knife sheet?
He planned this. This is a plan. I hear plan.
Oh man.
So again, I feel like he was stalking.
Yeah. I have a feeling too. Yeah.
That's something like I can't let go of. Like he knew about them. This wasn't like I randomly walk on like I randomly see you. You know what I mean? It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's like he knew of them, and maybe they even kind of knew him, thought he was weird or something. But it's not like, you know, like I'm friends with you or anything like that. Like it doesn't come across like that. It's like I see you and I get obsessed with you, and then I start kind of stalking you, kind of thing. But also there's some kind of something that, like I said, like ticked them off, enraged him.
Yeah.
He's got a bad temper,
Right.
bad temper.
Yeah.
And people might think it's weird. His eyes, I think they're light. I keep wanting to put blue eyes on him for some reason.
Okay.
Blue eyes and brown hair. Keep showing me blue eyes.
He has blue eyes.
Some kind of shade of blue color. They just showed me blue eyes for some reason. And brown hair. Okay. An X. Do you know if any of their names had an X in it? Or started with an X or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I got that earlier, and I don't know what the X means. They come across as like well liked, maybe even popular. I feel like one of them was like really outgoing. I don't know where board games comes in, or like games.
I'm going to settle my feelings on this once and for all. There is not another perpetrator. There is one and one only Brian Koberger. Does that mean he doesn't have different personalities or an alter ego? Possibly. Just like Ted, just like Danny Rollins, just like people that he studied. they also were by themselves and did the same thing. So when you look at his psychology, he's a control freak, he's OCD, he's not going to have a partner. People need to start studying the psychology of people like this because they do not have partners when they're like this. Ted didn't have a partner, Danny Rollins didn't have a partner, and one and one only. I followed one person through the house. There was nobody else. Yeah, but he came back for the knife sheath, allegedly. No, it's okay. I'm just saying. I get there's a lot of conspiracies out there that say, "Oh, I don't know how one person could do this." It's happened multiple times in history. They actually had an FBI, or actually a couple of detectives ran through it and they did it just fine. So they were able to go through with plenty of time left. It's definitely possible. He worked out, he boxed, he ran, he had the stamina. So he didn't even have friends. He was a loner. So somebody with his psychology, control issues, OCD, being a loner, yeah, no, he's not going to have anybody with him. That's why it gets annoying, and the whole cartel did it and all that bullshit's all dumb. All dumb. You don't admit to doing it if you didn't do it. Especially if there's apparently no evidence against you. But
something like that.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying that
that's
I'm
just
just
something
making
like they
my
did.
I get that asked that a lot. And that's
So one of them's name did start with, it's Xana. Xena.
Okay.
I can't chat. I don't know how to see. I can't get.
Yeah, it's weird because I mean, my dog's name is Xena, but yeah, I kept getting an X, and I was like, but it felt like I wanted to put it with one of them. It's like I don't remember their names or anything like that. Shoot, I can't remember any. I don't know, guys. I'm not really getting much else, honestly. I keep pushing it, but it's like I'm not getting.
loner, awkward, creeper. People even felt creeped out by him.
I just kind of zoomed out and I felt baseball. So I don't know if the guy liked baseball or used to play when he was younger or something like that. I hear like the crack of a bat on a ball. It's kind of weird because that came in right when I zoomed out to like see them all. Because I was trying to zoom in on one or so to kind of get a better reading. I feel like he wasn't like, he was kind of like, not like, he's super sweet. He's not really outgoing. Kind of like almost like geeky. But very, very sweet. Very, very sweet boy. Or young man, I should say.
Right.
Well, boy to me, because I mean he's young, he's 20 something, but he comes across as very sweet. They all seem like good people, good-hearted people. Good-hearted. I keep wanting to call them kids because I mean they're like 20 years younger than me. I hear the word publicity. I don't know if that means that he likes the publicity. Also, I hear the word sketch. I wonder if there's a sketch of him, or there will be a sketch of him. It's kind of interesting because I like see it drawn out and everything.
Okay.
And it's weird. Like he doesn't have facial hair. His face seems like smooth. Usually that's how it is, unless he changes something about it. They like it's weird. Like pictures. Like I don't understand this. Like pictures, but then like he's I don't know if he's actually done this or not. Like you know how like you put X's over their eyes and like weird shit like that, like on pictures. Like I keep getting that, and I don't really know. Like that's like serial killer stuff. It's kind of really weird. I don't know if it's symbolic. It could be symbolic, you know.
Right.
I hear the word alma mater. I don't know what that means. And there's also a reference to, I don't know what does alma mater mean, anyways.
I don't know. I was like, what?
I know it's something to do with college, but I don't really know what it means. But I feel like there's going to be some kind of memorial at that college for them. I keep picking that up besides, like, obviously the stuffed animals and everything. Like, I always say what I'm getting and it's obvious, okay? But there's going to be some kind of memorial for them at the college.
Okay.
I keep getting that.
There is. I think there's a garden or something.
It's weird. It's almost like a plaque with like their pictures on it or something like that. Why am I hearing the word campus security? Campus security, but I'm not really sure what the connection is. He might be he does that too.
This one I'm wondering if campus security is because it was around the time campus security was there, or if it's going back to when he was campus security, because he was back in the day. It can be have both meanings.
It's just really weird to me why I'm picking that up.
All right.
I keep seeing like a campus security uniform. I also get 12, and I really don't know what that means either.
Okay.
Which again, that would be December, but I mean, I don't know if that's what that means. Oh, they said, please let our families know we love them.
Aww.
And they're all kind of holding hands, walking back into the light. I feel nauseous all of a sudden. Maybe I'll try to focus on Kylie tonight. Or Kaylee. Is her name Kaylee or Kaylee?
Kaylee. Yeah.
Kaylee.
Yeah.
I got corrected when I said Kylie. It was almost like Spirit said, nope, it's Kaylee.
Yeah.
So used to the other Kylie. I never mean to butcher names. I'm sorry. So, what was I going to ask you? Crap, I don't remember. She's the one with the brown eyes, blonde hair, brown eyes. Blonde hair, brown eyes. Because they both have blonde hair, but one has blue eyes and one has brown eyes. And I focused on blonde hair, blue eyes last time, which I'm thinking is Madison. I'm thinking that one's Madison. The other one is, I'm just going to call her Kay, is brown eyes. She's got brown eyes, I think. I hope. Because I focused on blue eyes last night. I'm going to try to focus on her tonight. Okay. That's the only way I can tell them apart.
I think it's
edited with stuff tonight.
Meanings, guys.
It's because they repeat it. And remember, it's how I perceive information. So I can always misperceive things. I can always perceive things wrong. I can always misunderstand things. So keep that in mind too. Which is my with this. I think she's gonna start off with him coming in the house for some reason.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna start off with the hard stuff first, unfortunately. It's weird, and you know, I don't know if he was actually wearing all black or something like that, but that could be symbolic for someone that's, breaking.
You guys want to go into the second one? Nobody hears people screaming all the time. You know how many murders happen in people's houses and nobody hears anything? He probably covered their mouth, like as stated in the readings. A lot of them were asleep except for Xana. So, real easy. Covered their mouth, started doing it. Most of them were asleep and drunk. real easy. Ted did the same thing. Danny Rollins did the same thing. It's not unheard of. This next one is Kaylee's, so I don't know if you guys want to continue with Kaylee's or you want to save it for another day. I guess it's Kaylee's. I don't know why I would put this one instead of the second one.
Into a house and how I see them, but I always see that I like all day I keep seeing this person in black.
Okay.
With like maybe even a ski mask. I know that can be seen by someone and they didn't want their face seen. It's kind of a weird thing because I don't feel it's weird. It's like I'm sitting and watching and waiting. Okay. There's a reference to I feel like I'm out that night with the person that's involved. I for some reason I feel like watching. Okay. Sitting and having a drink and watching, like that's how it comes across. Okay.
I mean, look at the gunshots that happened.
For some reason, I feel like anger towards specifically the blondes, not necessarily the other two. I think they were just.
I think so.
Because they're friends with the blondes, because they're in the house, like just it's almost like the two blondes were the target, because maybe it comes across as that they felt they were better than everybody else. This person feels less than. He's very insecure, and I feel like that they've blown him off. But there's a history of feeling blown off with them. So I mean, I don't have anger or something. You know, and I feel like this person has a tendency of getting angry really easily. Like it's not something that doesn't. It's not something that is like new for him. There's some kind of crush though. Like again, it feels like I've got a crush on this girl and she doesn't like me back, or she doesn't reciprocate feelings. Like I feel like I'm being ignored, or I feel like she looks down on me. There's that kind of feeling that I kind of can't let go of. And even like my scribbles here are harder than normal. You know, usually I scribble very lightly, but they're literally an angry scribble that I'm scribbling now, that I'm feeling his anger. This feels he feels very angry to me, and obviously he was, to have to do something like this and to do it the way that he did it. So it's weird because I do feel like, again, okay, so there's something about not knowing that side of him before. Because like before in the other reading, I kind of felt like they knew him, but they didn't know him that well. Do I feel like that I feel like he'd been in the house. I feel like he knew the layout. I feel like he's got those serial killer tendencies. Like he really enjoyed this. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't know if he'll ever do it again. I think probably if he were to feel this anger and feel this way again, like I feel like he's got that like rage inside of him. And after watching Ted Bundy today, it kind of reminds me of like that. Like the girls, he felt like they thought less of him, and he was very insecure. And so that's kind of like the feeling that I get with him. And what's weird is I think somehow like I'm trying to see what he did with the dog because I think it's really weird. The dog didn't put the dog in the bathroom, but still the dog I feel would bark if he didn't know him or if he felt like there was some kind of danger. There's some kind of, I'm putting him in somewhere because I hear putting the dog in there and shutting the door. But I'm even wondering if somehow he like somehow gave the dog something to mellow out. I don't, that's not clear, but I do feel like he put him somewhere else, or their dog is somewhere else, and I don't really know why, because I feel like I don't know, the dog is somewhere else. I don't understand that that vision. And again, that might be the dog I was seeing, but I'm not sure. Like I said, it wasn't as clear as I like. I just know I saw like the brown color. I feel like he wore. I keep feeling like he wore gloves or something like that. Like that came in the last reading. They feel like thicker gloves though.
Yeah.
Not all dogs bark though. That's the thing, especially if he knew the dog because he'd been in there before. He became friends with the dog. He had a dog himself. You don't know if he gave him treats when he came there. And I've seen dogs where they've done tests on them and they don't bark. They run away. So we like to say that our dogs would bark, but sometimes they don't. There's been tests with people's dogs saying, "Oh yeah, they're going to be the..." Yeah, he was locked in the bedroom, and that's what I'm saying. You know, we don't know. He could have given him a treat with some kind of, sedative. Like, we don't know, really. But I've seen lots of videos where they're like, "Oh yeah, my dog will bark and attack," and the dog does nothing. So it depends on if he was in there before and you knew him. So, yep, saw that. I saw that the other day.
A hand go over my mouth.
Oh.
I see the hand go over my mouth. It's not. It looks like a gloved hand. Which anybody that did this would be stupid if they didn't wear gloves.
Right.
So I know that seems obvious, but she's just not as, for some reason, she's not as strong as the other one, and I don't really know why. It seems like Madison's stronger for some reason. Like, that's why I really connected to it. Let me try Ethan and see. Because I'm getting a headache. And I don't know if he covered all of their mouths and kind of attacked them the same way, or because there's kind of that feeling of when Ted Bundy kind of attacked his victims, he like hit him in the head sometimes. I kind of get that feeling with my head hurting. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Do I feel that there was more than one person? No, I don't, which is, it's odd because you wouldn't think like one person can handle all this, but I feel like he knew where to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a stranger in the house not knowing what rooms to go into. It's almost like he knew what rooms to go into. He knew the layout of the house. He knew what door to come in. which that was all discussed kind of in the first reading. And I'm not really sure why I'm being taken back into but I've seen kind of visions in my head all day of like him going into the room, covering the mouth. I don't know which one it is, but the eyes open and they kind of look scared.
Yeah.
You know, and then the knife is to the throat and it's like don't make a sound kind of thing. And that might be just one person that woke up and tried to fight back. But the other ones, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that happened with all of them, but they're, you know, it's a feeling I get with at least one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the others, I feel like it was like just like a cowardly attack, you know, doing it while they're sleeping. And there's a lot of anger with this. So whatever happened that night really ticked him off.
Yeah.
Whatever was said or done, or whatever was said or done ticked him off. But I get this, my stomach's starting to cramp for some reason. I get this, still get like a lurking feeling, like a lurking, obsessive, stalkerish kind of feeling vibe that comes in.
Right.
I also, there was a class taken with someone because I see them sitting in the back of the room.
Okay.
And that's another thing I saw today. See, I've been getting visions on and off all day, and you know, I saw him sitting like towards the back in somebody's class. I don't know who it is. But again,
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Like the last reading said, I feel super like this person feels like they live really close. They did not have to go far at all.
Right.
They live really stinking close. And there's also a reference to I don't know, this guy feels like a like a horror movie freak that came in last time. Like he's really into the horror movies and the serial killers and like the really dark stuff. But I don't know. I feel like has more knives than just that one. And again, I get that, you know, a lot of the stuff's being repeated from the first reading because I feel like it's important. The peeping in windows.
Okay.
And I don't know if anybody ever seen him do that or what, but I wonder if they show me him in all black because I get the word personal. Like this is, I mean, I know it's obvious that it's personal, but they're just reiterating. I can't get away from the brown hair, blue eyes. But it's, I don't know. There's a reference to, I get the word geeky and annoying.
Okay.
I hear the word odd, like he's an odd person. He's an odd person. They're really adamant about the blue eyes, though. It's kind of. I remember the last reading; it was something that they showed me over and over and over, and I like couldn't let it go. And it's kind of like the same thing.
Okay.
There's a reference to like fantasizing about this.
Okay.
Like having dark fantasies about it. I mean, there's also a reference to the sorority, and I don't know if that's. My stomach is like hurting really bad now. But he's throwing a football at me. Ethan is. There's a reference to smoking weed, but I don't know who that is. I don't know if today I've been getting needles all day, but I don't in the shadows, and so he like looked older. I don't know if it was because of what he was wearing or whatever, and he felt older. But no, it's again this. It comes the personality comes across as I can be this nice kind of person, and then I can be this really dark person. Like there's two sides of this person, and I don't think that everybody's seen it, but I think some people have seen it. But again, he comes across as kind of geeky, like, but he kind of reminds me. I'm getting the reference of someone that would be like a school shooter.
Oh.
Okay, so, you know how they are? They're like they kind of feel less than, and they want to get back at people. Like that's kind of what this. That's the reference that Spirit is using to kind of, I guess, explain like his personality. But at the same time, like it's not something you would ever like if you looked at this person, you would never think he would do something like this. Like I said, like he has this fascination with knives and swords and things like that. Like that
Could be getting sorority because the couple were actually at a sorority party.
It's possible. And see who's the strongest. So I'm back with Madison now because she gave me a lot of information last time. And again, you guys, if I'm repeating stuff, you know, and you're like, oh, it was already said. Well, I said it in the first reading. It's just being reiterated. Okay. Because they gave me a lot of information last time. And there's only so much that they're going to give me, whether it be my fault or just not the time for it. You know, unfortunately, things happen in the timing they're supposed to happen. It's just the way that it is. And names can be, like I said, interconnects can happen, so they might not even fit this case, or they can be connections to someone. I keep getting like a Brian or something like that.
Okay.
A blue cap. Like a blue baseball cap.
Okay.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
I don't know if he wore a blue baseball cap or what. It kind of, I don't know if that's why I got blue. I noticed that their house is next to a blue house. It comes across as like a darker kind of blue, you know, a darker blue, like baseball cap. And it's weird. They show me him flipping it, so I think he wears it both ways. In I don't know, you guys. It feels like this was not only personal and very like I'm very tipped off, but with a knife, there's a sexual gratification that comes with it. You know, with people like this.
That's gross.
You know, because it's the motion of it, you know, up and down kind of thing. And that kind of feels like where this came from a little bit. Like there was an attraction here. I get specifically to the blonde or the blondes. Like they really feel like the targets for whatever reason. And I don't know why the other ones, maybe they looked at them wrong. Maybe, you know what I mean? There's something else there. But I feel like the blondes were really, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, I don't know, because they were on the third floor, right?
Yeah.
Which is my 3 again, which is weird that I got 3. It happened between 3 and 4. There's my third floor. That might be another reference.
Taken,
you
like,
know,
between
they
3
were
and
kind
4
of the
he was
intended
there,
targets.
'cause I think he circled. So
And I think
went in
because they maybe
over.
thought they were snobby, or like I said, like they look down on him and they're too pretty for him. I get like that feeling. like the stomach was, because my stomach's hurting really bad, and I think it might relate. I think it might relate to, you know,
I wouldn't doubt it.
being stabbed in the stomach, because I also, my chest hurts. Like, I get a reference to my neck. There's like everything, and that all came in the first reading. Before any of this came out, but it's just like they're reiterating that. It's almost like the guy went into like robot mode. Like, I'm not thinking, I'm just doing.
Okay.
And but at the same time, I'm very stealth. Get over that he was like wearing black or something though.
Could be possible.
Yeah. And it's like weird, like I'm trying to see about the knife, because I feel like he washed it like really good.
Yeah.
But again, I get that I buried it somewhere, like by a tree, and like in the back of somewhere, the back of a house, the back of somewhere. It's really kind of weird, and I don't really understand that vision, and I hope I'm understanding it right. But it, you know, it kind of is coming across like I washed it and then I got rid of it, which kind of doesn't make sense.
No.
You know, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like, why would you? I mean, I don't know. This is a little OCD, or he thinks if they find it, like they're not going to find anything on it. Like, I don't get. Like, he definitely doesn't want anybody to find or know that he has that.
Right.
But it's weird. Like, I didn't see him wash it off before, but this time I'm seeing him wash it off. So that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd to me. I don't really understand that. The thing that's weird is I feel like I go out the back. I feel like I went a back way, not a front way. I don't know if the back way, like if there's another way to get to their house that's more hidden, or like in between woods or trees or something like that, because there's a reference to some kind of trees or woods or some kind of way that I'm hidden as I move in the dark, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, their backyard was wooden or woody.
Okay. So when that 45 came in, I took it as a age, but I'm just wondering if there's not another meaning for it.
Okay.
How much would it cost to publish your book, translate it into your readers' native languages, and deliver it all across the globe, potentially reaching billions of readers? Not long ago, that would have cost you between $50,000 to $100,000 and taken years to achieve. But those days are behind us. Spines is setting a new standard in the book publishing industry. By combining world-class publishing and marketing expertise with cutting-edge technology, we bring your story to audiences in 6 languages and 100 distribution channels across hardcover, audiobook, and ebook formats, all at a fraction of the traditional cost and timeline. Ready to see your story connect with readers all around the world? Click below to schedule a free consultation with one of our global book publishing experts and take your book everywhere your readers are.
There are 2 types of checks you could receive after a car accident, and they don't want you to know about one of them. Check number 1 is the one insurance offers you. It's small, it's fast, and it's designed to close your file before you realize there's a bigger number behind it. Check number 2 is the one you may actually be owed. Thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands more. If you were in a car accident anytime in the past year, even as a passenger, there's a good chance you've only been shown check number 1. And the people who wrote it are hoping you never go looking for check number 2.
and the difference between the two chips.
Because it's kind of coming in again, but I also get 7. Looking at like a fast food place or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really understand what that is. It's like a college job, you know, back then, you know, whenever you're in college, you have jobs like that. It feels like that kind of thing. She's giving me an M. I know that's the beginning of her name though, so I just say everything I get, even if I already know what it is. Because I'm looking at her, so I don't know. One of them feels really adventurous. Like I don't know if they like to travel or hike, or there's some kind of like being really active and really adventurous coming in with one of them. So I don't know. And then there's another one that I don't know why they're showing me. I don't know if this is related to them or the other guy or the perp, but there's a reference to, like, I don't know why they're showing me using a calculator, so it would remind me of math or something like that. Financial thing, something. I don't really know. Maybe weird how my stomach is just like, it was fine before this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. They keep taking me back to the bar.
Okay.
The 2 girls at the bar. So I don't know if that means that he was hanging out with him there. He was watching him from there. There's something about it. Over and over in the first reading, and it's another thing that's repeating. Like he's right there.
Right. Relevance for sure.
Like literally, because I get like it's kind of weird. Like I get like he's a geeky, odd feeling, but then he's not.
Right.
You know, it's one of those closet ones. Like you don't know if what. He's one of those people like you really don't know like that he would ever be capable of this because he's really good at hiding who he is. Knew who was stalking her. I think there was weird stuff that was going on. And I think it was him all along. But I just don't think she knew who it was. So that's why the stalking obsession and everything comes in, and that he feels like she dissed him.
Okay.
And I think she may have dissed him in the past of rejection that he is not okay with and jealousy that he is not okay with. And that it caused like a raging fire inside of him. That's what it feels like. And again, I feel like if he ever felt this way about someone else, he would do the same thing. If he got away with it once, he'll get away with it again. So, and it might be, you know, time before he does that, or he might do it to make it look like something else, like it wasn't just them. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's pretty smart. I don't think he's dumb. I think he's actually very smart, and I think this is where the alma mater comes in. Even if either he was in school or wasn't in school, whatever. Like I see pictures of, and I don't know again if this is symbolic, but I see pictures of like her at least with like a heart around it. Like literally, he was obsessed with her.
Okay.
That is how it comes across. And
he was obsessed.
For some reason, I don't know why that Kay isn't really telling me, because when I was looking at her, I wasn't getting much other than what I said in the very beginning. But as I'm looking at Madison, she's giving me all the information. So I'm not really sure why she's being stronger and kind of like the spokesperson, like Libby is with Libby and Abby. Other than when I was looking at Ethan, he gave me the football.
Okay.
So, you know, so I'm just gonna see if I can connect to her and see if I can get any more. She gives me a thumbs up. She comes across as very strong though, like a very strong-willed person. Like she's the fighter, and
Yes, she
this was
was.
something her and Ethan were very much in sync. Okay,
Okay.
they're the kind of, it feels like they got along very good. They're very similar with each other. They both have really good hearts. And so they both, that's why they clicked, is because of the similarities that they have in their personalities, as far as they're both like, they feel really good hearted, very genuine, very like Ethan feels very like a gentle kind of guy, like even more feminine because he's so gentle. I don't know. It's kind of weird because he plays sports, but he has like the sensitive side to him. That's how he comes across. She comes across as like, yeah, she's sensitive, but she's like a badass at the same time.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how she really was, but I feel like she had this fighter inside of her. I also feel like she got good grades, like she's super smart. She might even been into sports too. I don't know if she ever played or not, but it kind of comes in that she has that personality, like she might have played or something.
Her dad said that she had like defense wounds on her.
Okay.
So she did fight.
Because I think she might have woken up. She might be the one that he put. Yeah, she might be the one that he put the hand over the mouth.
Yeah, Ethan just had a birthday. You got a birthday last
I did.
week.
I got birthday. Yeah, I was wondering when his birthday was.
Had a birthday. Somebody just commented.
Okay, thank you, because that validates my who just had a birthday last that just passed. It was either just passed or it was coming up. So thank you for that validation. I'm just trying to switch back and forth, like call each of them up to see if they'll give me more bits and pieces of the puzzle while I'm trying to validate them at the same time. And I don't know why she's rolling a dice at me. No idea what that means. I don't know if it's symbolic for something.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't know if she liked to read a lot. I see her with books for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. She comes across as really smart for some reason.
Yeah.
She had a really good head on her shoulders.
Yeah.
And honestly, her and Ethan feel like soulmates to me. Like that's the kind of relationship they feel like they would have gotten married and had kids. Like that's how it comes across.
Saying I'm here to help is just
they just
someone to calm
they're
down.
just that click.
That's all.
You know, some of those people that get together in college and stay together, it's kind of that kind of feeling. That I feel with them. Like I don't feel like they ever really fought. Like I don't feel like they ever really had any tiffs. It doesn't come across that way. It comes across that they had a very harmonious kind of relationship. And hopefully that one day that'll be validated. But I also get soccer. So I don't know if she ever played at one point, but I know that Ethan played a lot, but I didn't be any time in their life, right? But I see she's kicking a soccer ball around. So I don't know where that comes in at. And it's weird because I feel like so the other two, Madison and I never want to say her name. I keep wanting to call her Kaylee. Okay. I'm just gonna call her Kay. Madison and Kay. They feel very like best friends, like this kind of thing. Like there's a lot of laughter, like they are like inseparable kind of feeling. So they're very cliquey in that. I mean, they hung out with these two, but they were always together. Like that's how it comes across. Like you wouldn't see one without the other, really. And they look like sisters. They almost look like twins, honestly. And that's kind of their relationship too. They were like sisters.
They've actually been friends since they were younger.
Yeah. Okay. So that might be why that's coming in, is that they've been friends for a long time. They went to college together. They're living together. So it's they have that sisterly kind of feeling towards them. They're kind of. I'd be curious if he's not on another. No, I think he might have known where the cameras were, but there's still something about being caught on camera or someone seeing him. I don't know why, because I see him running, but like I said, I go out the back. It feels like really dark for some reason. I don't know. I'd be curious if there's not a whole lot of streetlights around there or something, because for some reason it feels like super dark, not only in the house, but like I don't even really know what he's like, how he like saw to do what he did, because it feels really dark to me. And they might just be showing me like it was pretty dark outside as well. Show me him in black again, and this is really brazen. Like I was talking about Ted Bundy today. Like he was really brazen, like in what he did, and this was really brazen.
Yeah.
Like no fear of being caught. Very arrogant.
Yeah.
Thinking that you're smarter than everybody else is how it comes across.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get away with it because I'm smarter than everybody else.
Yeah.
No one's gonna suspect me. Which kind of, because I feel like I'm going upstairs to live. Okay, not in that house, but wherever I live, I'm going upstairs to a second floor.
Mama. Of upstairs, and we even had G, and that was
because I see him climbing stairs, but I'm outside, so it's not showing me the climbing the stairs in the house. This is, I think, something to do with where he lives, because I am climbing like those cement stairs that are outside, like the, you know, they have like the spaces in between them. You know how like the outside stairs are. I'm climbing one of those. Okay, and that's what it shows me. Like I'm climbing the staircase to the second floor.
Okay, and that's how they were.
Okay, and so not, and like I said, not in the house, but this is where he, like I'm going home after just doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I also feel like he took off his shoes at some point.
Yes.
He took off his shoes because he shows me them carrying his shoes, running, carrying his shoes.
Oh.
And this is so there was no footprints. It's like once he got out in the yard, he took off his shoes. I literally see him running in his socks.
Yeah.
So that's why there's no footprints past a certain point. Because I do feel there is a footprint somewhere in that. There has to be. But they're showing me him taking off his shoes and running. And then, because I can't get that out of my mind about the stairs and climbing up the stairs.
Okay.
There's something about changing clothes, but I don't know if that was after, like he brought a backpack and changed clothes.
Oh, okay.
And why maybe there is not blood dripped everywhere. I mean, there is to a certain point, right? There is to a certain point, but it was like, and I don't know, because I feel like it feels like there's still like a blood trail, but it stopped at a certain point, and I don't know why I'm getting. I mean, I see him taking off the shoes. I don't know that. It's like I almost see him either taking clothes off or putting clothes on, or there's some kind of change, or that he brought like a. It's weird. I don't know that I'm understanding this right. So if he knew what he was gonna do, right, then he knew that he was gonna be covered in stuff. He knew he was gonna be
validation video,
you know,
and G.
and so if
G.
he knew that,
G.
I could see him bringing something to change into, so he's not seen running bloody down the street or something like that. But where he changed that, I don't know, and why there would be blood outside, I don't know. You know, that's the only thing that kind of like my mind isn't really making sense of. But I do feel like once he got outside, he took off his shoes. That is one thing that's coming in really clearly. You know,
Right.
He knew exactly where he was going. Because I'm watching him walk in the house and kind of walk around, and he knew exactly what rooms to go into and everything. I'm not understanding why Xena Ethan. That's one thing, unless he felt that they looked down on him too. Like there's a feeling of I'm superior to you guys. I'm in control now.
Makes sense.
You know, you guys are not, like, maybe he felt like they looked down on him or they were snobby to him, all of them. Because I feel like they were kind of a clique, like they all kind of hung together most of the time. It really does come across as who's the bee now?
Yeah.
I literally heard that. And he might have even whispered obscenities as he was killing them. Getting that. I'm getting like a cuss, like I'm so ticked off, like I'm cussing and I'm like just I'm going mad at this point. But not in a loud way to where I wake anybody up. But I just wonder if, because the two girls stay in the same room.
It's a third floor, but they're saying in chat that they were found in the same room.
Okay, so they were staying in the same room together, because that's why I kept seeing them in the same room.
Yeah, they were found together.
Okay. Because that's why I was getting confused, because I was seeing him in the same room. That's why I was asking if they had separate rooms, but I was seeing him in the same room. But the one thing that kind of like, I keep getting that reference to Ted where like he hit one over the head.
Yeah.
Like Ted Bundy was able to do this with 4 people. I feel like it's kind of a similar thing. Like I keep getting that reference, and it's just because it's very similar, not in the manner they were killed, and not the fact that all 4 of them, but all 4 were attacked. You know, and there was also an upstairs there too, but and they, you know, they came from the bar. I don't know. I hear the word psychosis. I don't know. I can't wrap my brain around this, and us normal people can't wrap our brain around this.
Yeah.
But it's almost like he literally lost it. And Ted Bundy had blue eyes. I mean, I didn't even notice that till today. Till I watched that movie, and I was like, holy crap. Okay, well, there's a Ted Bundy reference, has all these meanings in this whole story. You know, he was also went to school and everything, and it's just like, wow. Did this guy idolize him or what? What's going on with this? There's so many like coincidence, similarity kind of thing.
Right.
I also get a C. I don't know what that is about. Like they look at him as kind of an idiot sometimes, like immature. You know, like immature kind of little a-hole.
Right.
Is the way that I get with him. I also get swimming, but I don't know who that is. I'm not sure. So one of these, somebody rode a bike. I keep getting someone riding a bicycle for some reason. And I don't know if it's one of these or or how that fits. Jogging. It could just be that they're active, and I could be getting, you know, an active feeling, because I feel like there's one of them that's really active, outdoorsy, like to travel, like to hike, like to do all those kind of things.
Yep. So the thing that was reported in September was a biker with a knife.
Oh, interesting.
And
It's
one
weird
of the
because I get
girls
the bike and they do jog, because it's coming in together.
Picking up
Biking,
stuff
like
around
there's
it.
a bike and then I get a jogging. So like jogging around the neighborhood. Okay, so that makes sense. I wonder which one likes to jog. So I'm looking at Kylie, you know, Kaylee right now.
Well, Brian Covert would jog,
Sorry.
so
But I kept hearing Jack the Ripper. So
if you've written a book and want to publish it to over 3 billion potential readers, now is your chance. Spines offers a new premium service that any writer could only dream of.
Again, thing that was left there or written there or whatever to make it look like, I mean, I don't know, you know, sometimes there's messages in blood or whatever, I don't know. But if my head's hurting again, I really feel like somehow someone got hit in the head, or there's something with the head that I can't seem to let go of.
Kaylee,
for some reason I mean, it's brutal with all of them, like really bad brutal, like I talked about in the first reading. But for some reason with the 2 blondes, it feels more brutal. It's especially her. I, 'cause, I, mean, I don't know, you know, I don't know, but if something got hit in the head, like I can't seem to let go of. For some reason with the 2 blondes, it feels more brutal. It's especially her. I, 'cause, I mean, I don't know, you know, Like that's where his anger went.
Okay.
I keep getting a star. I don't know what the star is about either. The star is about. I also hear the word school colors.
Okay.
Show me police sirens. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that he's gonna get arrested, or I'm not really sure what that's about. But I see red and blue. I see red and blue police sirens. But it's weird. I just keep seeing like red and blue lights, like red and blue police siren, like police lights. And I'm not really sure. I also get the month of May. These, it's kind of weird. Like, I get beer pong, and I also get like board games, but like Pictionary. So I don't know if those are things that they like to do or whatever. The girls feel like really popular.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everybody in that house does. So I don't know if they have parties or sometimes, or just like a lot of people in and out kind of thing. Friends over or whatever. But it feels like they, had little activities in there, little like parties and get-togethers and things like that. Like obviously, like college kids. Obviously, I understand it's obvious, but
you got it, because they're known as the party house.
Oh, okay.
Tracy, that's true.
I just get that feeling like I did that whole first reading. He just feels so close to where they are.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I feel like wherever he's at, he can see their house or see what's going on. Possibly there's a reference again to like fake profiles or something like that. But as far as his, it feels like it's non-existent all of a sudden. Or something changed with his online stuff. These lights are going to bug me now because I don't really know what they mean. But I think even like if they figure out who did this and there's an arrest, like it'll be done really quietly. But at the same time, I don't know, he's pretty much a narcissist, arrogant person. That thinks he's going to get away with it. So only if there's something like I keep getting like 45 and 47. I don't know. I saw him with a hoodie up and stuff, and so I think that's another reason he looked older with the hoodie and everything on. Again, I don't know if that's the same person or I'm just getting the information that surrounded the night. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if it's connected or not. I just know what I saw, but I don't know if it's connected to this specifically, or it's just something that is surrounding the case and happened that night, because I will get stuff that happens and surrounds the case and not be involved, Like the knife is big, and I said that before we knew any of that. It just feels like this feels like overkill.
Yes.
Very much, very much an overkill. Like he didn't need to overkill.
Oh, for sure.
But I get like that again, that slasher, or like I like horror movies. I like serial killers, like that kind of feeling around him. And I don't know if that's a dark side that people don't really know. And
all right, so that's Maddie, and I think we're gonna start with her next time, because those are the first two readings, and then we'll do yeah, Kay. I know that Kay kept coming in, but I think I got KB, but I think it was backwards. I don't remember. We'll find out when we get to that point. So I think that we're gonna stop at this one because we've been here 2 hours. I gotta get up and take care of the babies. So we'll make another watch party. I don't know if you guys like Friday or Saturday. I couldn't do it tomorrow, so that's why I did it today. I hope that, oh wait, I had some other things I wanted to show you guys first. So we're stopping at 14809. We're gonna stop at Maddie's, but there's something I wanted to show you guys. I don't even, yeah, I did watch it. It's just a short. I have to find it first. It's in my shut up. Shut up, man. Must be nice. That's what I'm trying to do. Get out of here. Okay. Let's see. I think it's on my watch later. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let's see. If not, I know who. I'm not a huge fan of this person, but I just thought it was interesting. See if I can find it. It's been a while. It's Brian Koberger's. He had wounds, and that's what it is his wounds. Where is it? Maybe not. Okay, there's Brian Koberger was in the victim's house. We can play this, but this is not the one I'm looking for.
Hey guys, so some interesting new information that Brian Koberger was inside the victim's house before
Crazy eyes.
the murders, like days before,
Crazy
and that
eyes,
he
Brian.
may have been following around
His eyes changed
the
too.
victims. This information comes from Cy Ray, who was one of the defense witnesses. So he was working for the defense, but he's now speaking out. He went over all of the cell phone data for the defense and came to these conclusions. Listen to what he told me. You're saying, based on the data you saw, the latitude longitude for Brian Koberger's Samsung was in the living room?
Samsung's also unique that if I do certain things with certain apps that require location data, such as GPS or navigation, that accuracy from the 3,000 or the 5,000 meter ranges come down to 25 meters. And in this particular case, if you look at those precise measurements, there's probably 5 that land directly on what would be the living room of the house. Like the latitude longitude is the physical house itself. And, you know, if you put the house back on the map and you map those, the hits are inside the house.
So you're saying, based on the data you saw, the latitude longitude for Brian Koberger's Samsung was in the living room?
The AT&T derived latitude longitude from the AT&T's network that it estimates a location, it lands in the house. And it's a 25 meter range. So, you know, we're talking 75 feet. So it could be anywhere in the house on any floor. My personal opinion is when I look at those and I map what's happening before and after, and I'm looking at all the other evidence, I think these are accurate locations. That's an argument to be had in front of the jury where the defense would come in and say, hey, you can't reliably say this. And the prosecution would say, here's why. When done right, I feel that they're reliable.
So when you say accurate locations, you mean you believe, with based on your expertise, that he was inside the house on previous occasions?
You to kind of go for it, to go for it. And this is exactly to make some kind of a decision.
No, go out of here, Sasha.
Brian Koberger was inside.
Sorry about that. I ended my playlist. All right, 1 second. There's one more thing. I gotta find it though. I wanted to show you guys. But I gotta see if it should be in this. I thought I saved it, maybe not. See if I can find it this way. Where is it? What the heck? I don't know how to spell her name. You guys, what's that X? Oh, never mind. I think I found her. Now I just have to. I'm not a huge fan, but I like this video that she did. On Brian Koberger's injuries, if I can find them. I thought I really saved it to my watch later, but I don't see it. There we go. Wait. Yeah. Here, I found it. Woohoo! Hold on. I found it. I wanted to show you guys this one. I found it. I found it. I found it. I thought I saved it, but apparently I did not. Save it.
Some very interesting arrest photos have just been released from the Idaho 4 case, specifically a Brian Koberger post-arrest. Please take close attention. These were about 6 weeks after the crime was committed on November 13th. And if you look, he has bruises in various stages of healing. Look at the bicep, also on his calf. Finally, if you look at his hand, he has what looks to me to be a possible either stab or sharp instrument mark that denotes the skin was penetrated. I can tell you that in virtually any sort of frenzied knife attack, it would be very unusual, even with a K-bar knife, for the individual attacker not to sustain some sort of sharp edge in injury. That's just a fact. As far as the coloring of his hands, you'll notice they're purple and that his fingernail beds, the actual fingernails, appear very white. I think he is involved in what they call, it's essentially where you cut off the circulation to certain muscles. In this case, it would be trying to get your forearms bigger. And without circulation, what happens is the muscle gets confused and it gets bigger and it works harder with the absence of blood. So it looks to me like that could be what is happening here. The specific name is called blood flow restriction. That's where you literally put a band so you cut off that blood flow, and typically it is to increase in a quicker fashion your muscles. Sometimes it's put in the upper part of the extremity and sometimes in the lower part. That's what I'm seeing here for the severe discoloration of his hands and for the discoloration, the whiteness of those nail beds. Everyone, look, weird dude. These pictures are quite telling.
So those are the ones I wanted to share. All right, so we'll do another one and we'll start off with Maddie next time. I'll try to do it like a day, like let you guys know like a day ahead of time. Did you guys, anybody have any questions or anything that they want to say before we end the live? You guys are so quiet. Well, I was said, so it wasn't spelt out. But that was in that we just watched that one. So it's actually in this live. It was the second reading that I did. You're welcome, Bunny. I don't know if this is something that you guys like. Like I said, I've been wanting to do it for a while. I just thought it would be kind of cool to go over some stuff. Yeah, but I don't think they're to that point, Laura. I think she's right about cutting off the circulation to make his muscles bigger because I think he was working out, jogging, all of that kind of stuff. That came in the reading, and I do think you can tell by like his shoulders and stuff. People say he's not wimpy. I think he had a major thing with that because he was a larger guy, and when he got skinnier, I think that came with it. His OCD is wanting to look, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the one thing that I think that people that I get really irritated about is that people are, for one, putting a bunch of attention on Brian, and they're not putting the attention on the victims, and that always happens in these cases, and I get very frustrated. And another reason why I get super frustrated is because they spend a lot of energy to come through in this case and give their voice, and I've had people come on and say things like, "Oh, I wish you would channel without any prior thoughts." I had no prior thoughts. We didn't know who the fuck he was, so I'm not just gonna channel what people think happened. They've already told what happened. There's no reason for me to do. I worked 7 hours on this. I've done over 7. I did a lot of work on this case. This case, I've had my astrology looked at with it, and it does ping certain aspects of my case for me to be able to get information the way that I did on this case. Now, I won't always do that, but I think that I get frustrated when people come after, here's all the evidence of everything that Spirit has said, right? They've given their story, they've described who he was, they said there's one person, and you still have people come and argue with it. So, but I thought it would be kind of interesting, considering he's trying to say he's innocent now, for us to, come and watch this. He is, and that's a control thing. He knew he was irrelevant, and he thought, oh, here's a book that's saying these things. Now's my chance, But what's interesting is at the end of July, the end of July, right? So July 2nd of last year, he took the plea, and now the end of July this year, whatever. So, that could be from any time. Like, I could scratch myself or scratch somebody else or be around somebody else and get DNA. So, if it's mixed or whatever, but literally, and they said it was mixed or whatever, but DNA is easy to get underneath fingernails and all of that. So, I don't know. They never came back with a match on the fingernails, as far as I know, from what I heard. They were never able to do that. So, which, there's a lot going on around there. So, he does. I would love to talk to the family. I actually, Kaylee's sister has been on my TikTok before, and she commented something, and I replied because she got tagged. And I've been on the family's page. I didn't know that they had one on Facebook. and they were saying, you know, we know he's guilty. We don't want to hear the conspiracies. We want respect, and he shouldn't have a voice. And so, you know, I commented. I get really irritated at all the conspiracies and bullcrap that are going on right now, just because people are saying, well, there was no proof that there was a connection. There doesn't have to be. Like, people kill strangers all the time. People get obsessed all the time over stupid shit. Like, this was a fantasy of his. He picked victims. He picked the victim. He didn't like the way she either looked at him, talked to him, whatever. And he became obsessed with that. If anybody watches Obsession Dark Desires, if they've ever watched that, or they know anything about obsession, the biggest thing is to get rid of that obsession. So, Maddie was out, don't forget. No, hers is next. So that's what I'm saying. I only wanted to do like 2 because there's 7 hours of this, and I don't even know if that's all the readings. I can't remember if I put every single reading, like Into the Mind, I don't think is on there. I'm not sure. So there's, 7 hours just in this video alone. I don't want to sit down and watch 7 hours in one night. So we're going to have to split it up. I thought maybe 2 readings at a time. So Maddie is next, because I just took the 7-hour one that I put together, that I kind of edited to make everything smoother so that we're not watching a bunch of pauses and, all that. The live, when I talk to the chat and stuff afterwards. So I just thought it would be better to do it that way. But all the regular lives are there for people to watch. But I thought this would be an easier one. So there isn't. And it happens all the time where people see somebody, they get obsessed, they kill them. Like, strangers kill people all the time. But he was stalking them. I think, and coming from the readings, I think he saw her at wherever she waitressed or worked. That's where I think it started. I think she looked at him wrong, said something to him, didn't like feeling lesser than, because that came in the reading, remember? And they said they can't place it, but who fucking knows? Like, we don't know every single step that he took, and we don't know every single step that she took. So we don't know everything about everybody's life. And that's why I keep trying to tell people, even the stuff that, like, you can't fit, you don't know everything about their life. Oh. So that's why it was the cartel. Like, I saw a stupid thing saying, oh, if he was in the cartel, like, are you kidding me? Look at him. Does he look like anybody that would be in the cartel or the cartel or anything like that? Give me a break. So it's just a bunch of nonsense. So, I was giving them a chance to speak their voice again, because he's coming out and saying he didn't do it after he said, oh yeah, I did it. I'm proud of it. Whatever. They asked him, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. And he still said, yeah, I did it. So I'm sorry. If there's no evidence against me, I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do. There's too much in the reading that fits him. Down to description, how he used to be, whatever. No, I do think he was at the pool party, because that came in. So there's a lot of stuff that came in the reading that, can be around the victims, can be around the situation, even around the area. But I mean, the pool party had come in, the restaurant had come in. So I do think, and even if people didn't recognize him, like, people can wear hoodies or whatever, doesn't matter. And it even came in the reading that people weren't going to think that he was capable of it, that people weren't going to think that he could do something like that. That came in the reading, and that's exactly what's happening, but he's a loner, he's awkward, like, the way that they described him. Yeah, so no one will ever convince me otherwise, because this was an immersive experience for me. I experienced it. I followed him, and only him, one and only person that I follow through the house. And I think at times it was backwards or mixed up, because there was a lot going on. But I remember standing in the room and watching him do what he did by himself to Maddie and Kaylee. And that was immersive for me, because I was standing back. I had a guide with me, because I didn't feel like I was alone. So it was an immersive remote viewing experience that I saw what he did, and only him. There was nobody else. So, and to make that clear. And then I was thrown back and forth between being the victim and being the perpetrator. So I seen it from all angles. No one's ever going to try to make it fit Jack or anybody like that, because I've had people come up and be like, "Oh, well, Jack used to swing a hammer." So a lot of people swing a hammer. Like they're not involved. Family has already said that, and I wish they would leave him alone because he's not involved. And I try to explain that was like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a hammer. It's the act of, it's symbolic. People have to learn what symbolism is in readings. It's not always literal. It's just the act of swinging something, and how they relate it to me is how I understand it. So, but I do think there was like he felt older. He didn't feel like he felt older. You look at him, he doesn't look 28, 30 now. He looks older. So ages are sometimes hard to pin down. We did eventually pin it down, but we're feeling energetically, just like we're feeling energetically when someone is close. I took it as maybe he lived close. 8 miles isn't far, but still feeling the energy of him always stalking and being around. Exactly. Yep. No, I completely agree with that, Tracy. He and remember when Ted talked about, and that will be a good one to rewatch again, but when Ted talked about his brain and the electrons in his brain, electricity in his brain, like it was different or had shifted or whatever. So, people that are psychopaths are really good at hiding that they're psychopaths. I don't remember. But like I tell people, when I'm doing readings, auto rights, readings, whatever, not every name that I get will fit this case. It can be things that are going on around. It can be connections. It can be a totally different case if anybody knows like it interconnects. So there is, it's him and him alone. Period. He did not have a partner. He didn't even have friends. So we'll see as we continue watching, but just because I think people try to take the readings and make it fit who and how they want it to fit instead of just listening. So, because you can take something and make it fit anybody if you wanted to, really, or pick and choose what you want to pick and choose to make it fit. You know what I mean? I have people do that too. A lot of people like to point fingers at Brent, and I'm like, no. So anyways, that's my ramble on the case, and I think it's because I've been very frustrated. Yeah. So he was pretty straightforward about who the guy was. And the astrology, when you align his chart and the Idaho 4 chart and my chart, it's fascinating. So it really is. Maybe I'll compile everything and write a book one day. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot. But yeah, I'm so just reminding you guys, readings are open, questions are open through email, and yeah, it's buy two get one free. And yeah, I added extra readings on extra times, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, Brent just had problems, but he wasn't involved in this. So I mean, he had PTSD and probably drinking and all that kind of stuff. Like, he had problems. I know somebody that has PTSD that had a lot of problems just like him. So when somebody has severe PTSD like that, they think they're always in a war zone. But his family has come out and talked about that and stuff. He's not involved. There's nobody involved but Brian Koberger. That's it. Followed him through the house, and he's the only one I followed. So, and I kind of wish they would I wish that they would do a trial. You know, let it all come out. And Steve wants it to, so Steve's not worried about it. I think if anybody would be worried if they didn't think they were involved, is they wouldn't want it. They wouldn't want the trial, but he wants it. He felt like he was gypped. They all feel like, well, not all of them. Some of the parents don't, but you know, yeah, Brent is not involved. But you know, there was things I picked up that were going on around. Like that's what I try to tell people: interconnects. When you're following energy threads, you're gonna follow certain, you know, things that are happening around or involved with other people that are, you know, in the case or in the area even. And even when we get to the part where you know, I'm hearing the tire gun and stuff, like he had his tires changed and we perceived it as, you know, somebody being a mechanic, but it was just he was in the shop and I was remote viewing. That's it. So EMF started to spike. But surprised the REM pod didn't go off. I put new batteries in it today. So I'm gonna get around and let the dogs out, and I have something else I want to get out on Nolan, but I'm so tired today. So yeah, that's basically it. I will get a new one. I mean, I will, as soon as I figure out a day, we'll do another watch party for the next two, which I think is Maddie and I don't know who, probably Maddie and Kaylee, but I'm not sure. About what? I don't even remember what I said. Forgot about what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry that you were late. Oh, no problem, Jessica. No problem. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but the way that everything has been, the last month has been shitty, so. Oh yeah, the tires being changed, yeah. Thank you for I totally forgot what I was talking about, but yeah. So that's what I was experiencing at the time. You know, I was thinking it was a mechanic, but it's all in how we perceive it, and then we don't know till it comes out, right? We're not perfect in perception of what's going on. We're just, so that's kind of a lesson of just like say what you get and not try to put it anywhere. Well, I have multiple parts. It's not just going to be a second part. There's 7 hours here plus. So, I always get like this when I get on live, though. I get to a point where I like start feeling ungrounded and stuff when I'm talking to you guys. Same thing happens on TikTok. I don't know why it's like that. I guess because I start feeling energies and stuff, and I start getting like, I don't know. Anytime I start talking about a case or something, I feel like I'm kind of out of it, ungrounded, whatever. So, but yeah, I was really tired today for some reason, but I was like, well, I already set this, so, you know, we'll probably make it like on Fridays. I think Fridays are probably the best day. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to do a lot more live readings and stuff because yeah, but yeah, so schedule is open for that, and I did add two more offerings on my website, and I opened up another day and more times. I opened back up my hours, so but I have the astrology on Nolan I've been wanting to put out for a couple days, and I wanted to pull some cards, so we're gonna see. Yeah, I have it happen a lot on TikTok and then here too sometimes, even if I'm not doing readings. It's kind of weird, so I don't know if I'm just like feeling everybody's energy or whatever. I don't even know. I just always kind of feel ungrounded on lives and I get like really tired fast. It's weird. So, but I've noticed I've been feeling things a little bit stronger, so that could be why. I appreciate that, girl, because yeah, things are tough right now. I ain't even gonna lie. But thank you. Yeah, this last week was actually last month was tough. My astrology was like shit. I was gonna do a video on that just to kind of like teach you guys, like, literally my Uranus was plugged into everything in that stupid basket everybody was talking about, and like it was one thing after another after another after another. But I'm hoping it's behind me now, and hopefully things will start moving, because it's been stuck for like a year and a half. So hopefully things will start moving, so that I still I mean, the astrology is just gonna validate what I've already said. It's just an a altercation caused an accident. That's it. Oh yeah, it was. Does the phrase "never forget the foundation"? And no. Yeah, no, I do. It's been something. It's been something crappy. That is for sure. It's been a lot. So hopefully, but I don't have time to rest. That's the thing. I'm trying to keep my vehicle and keep things running around here. So hopefully, with the change in astrology, everything will start moving again. I know Lord knows I try to work hard enough, but we'll see. Yeah, the hedgehog thing, the losing her was like really tough, but yeah. So anyways, I'm hoping it was a shift. I'm seeing a little bit of things like shifting and changing and trickling, so hopefully they will. We can only cross our fingers. I have no idea. I mean, it's just not that simple, honestly. You can't just be just like, "Hey, what does this mean?" There is nobody else involved in this. There's not a conspiracy. Not a conspiracy. Nope. That's the problem. Is I would love to put out a lot of auto rights. I would love to put out a lot of cases, but when you're in survival, YouTube doesn't pay the bills for 2 months. So, until I get to a point, I'm trying to do more things so that hopefully it brings more people and helps with that. But yeah, that's the problem is, I just don't have the time and energy to do it. I'm trying though. That's why, I don't know. So, because ultimately my chart points to just doing cases full time. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what my chart is. I'm supposed to do this work for you guys. For Spirit. I'm supposed to put out cases. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to go on live and do readings. So I'm hoping that I can get to a point, but I can't do it without, people booking and stuff like that. Like I have to have one or whatever. Like I can't, until my YouTube starts growing again. My YouTube's been stuck and it got hacked, and so I lost a week or whatever, It does need a jar. It's been really shitty. So hopefully now that Jupiter's in Leo and Mercury's not out of my second, Mercury in retrograde is not retrograde anymore and it's out of my 6th house, I'm hoping things will get better. I have a lot more supportive aspects coming up, so let's cross our fingers that, let's cross our fingers and our toes and everything. Because, yeah. We really need me to have something to shift. to continue doing this work for sure. So I am trying to do a live with what's it called? One of my friends that I met on TikTok, we're gonna try to do like a collaboration. I'm very picky about who I collaborate with, but she's really cool. I've collaborated with her before, so I think we're gonna try next Friday for that. So that'll be kind of fun. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, we tried to warn everybody, so I would look in different places online and all that kind of stuff. Different things maybe you're not used to doing. Your YouTube. Oh, that means a lot. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep trucking away and do the best I can. That's all I can do. But yeah, everything was, even the astrology was pointing to things being stuck. So it was stuck for a year. So now there's a lot of catching up to do. So hopefully, and I'll probably jump back into Emily Pike. We were kind of astrologically looking at a day that would be the best to do that, because I'm kind of noticing a pattern on certain cases that I'm working when I get like stronger information. Oh, that was something else. Fucking Tracy, I can't believe this. So I had this dream when the whole Emily Pike thing went on. And I did find the sketch because I had a dream of this guy and I sketched him or whatever. And then there was this whole description of stuff, and that was whenever Ted came. And you know what at the end of that dream said, Tracy, that we totally fucking forgot? And this is why I'm mad. Because I forgot. Because the reading would have been a whole lot easier with the tipes if I would have known this. At the end, it literally said, woman's talking about her husband that's a surgeon. And that was in like March or something of last year. And I'm like, oh, the husband surgeon that, unalived his wife. And I'm just like, wow, that came in the same dream. And it didn't, I didn't even remember it because Ted took over that whole dream that I like didn't focus on the last thing that I got. So it was like multiple things in that dream. And I wish I would have known that, because that reading would have been a lot easier. So I sent it to you. I sent you a screenshot. Literally, I found it last night because I was looking back at my dream for I'll tell you what it was, because I was looking back at I guess you didn't check your messages, probably because I was sending you a bunch of shit, but so dream was on March 10th, 2025, and I believed it was for Emily Pike. So really not sure why or how they make sense. So this is a weird dream, but I was staying on the other side of the road, almost like I don't even know why it says that. I guess I was talking to Ted because I did this when I woke up, and I saw a truck pulling this little camper trailer, and I think the truck or something was like the color yellow or had a yellow to it and looked older, and I saw it pull out from the area and start to go down the road, and I tried to catch it. Actually, I guess I got to get the license plate, and I followed it, and I didn't know, and it turned into, it wasn't a truck anymore, and there was a Native American on the back of a horse. Now Emily is Native American. And he only had a rifle, and how they like used to carry it in the old days. And then I said I didn't understand that, and then I kept being flashed this guy, a sketch of a guy with like glass and stuff, and I actually did the sketch. I have it saved, and I don't know if this guy's involved, but it kind of reminds me of the sketch they did of the what had sunglasses. And I don't know why it kept popping up. And then I was walking down the hallway, and this is when like I had the missing Emily Pike poster, and I like slid it under the door, and Ted was on the other side, and he picked it up, and he kind of like was like, yeah, I'll take it, right? And then then I was talking to this lady and was skipping around, and I was talking to this lady, and we were talking about her husband or whoever, and I don't know, there was this information about him, and she was telling me, and then I heard something about talk about a surgeon. So literally she was saying, we were talking about her husband, and then she talked about a surgeon. And so it was a weird fucking dream. So the only thing that I remembered really in that dream was the sketch and Ted, right? And I was connecting it to Emily. But then the only thing, the case was literally the husband surgeon. And my talk to text really fucked up this dream that I that I took. But yeah, no, I sent you 50 copies, copy and paste. This was one screenshot. So yeah, but at the end of it, I was just like, oh my, and then I saw where I said husband and surgeon. I was like, oh my God, that's Tepe's. Like now it makes sense. And if I would have saw it back then, it would have made sense. But like, what the heck, Rochelle? Yeah. So if I would have seen that before, that would have been a lot easier case. I would have just known right away. Like, I wouldn't know how to do all that damn work on it. And I have a sketch, which I need to find, because it looks a lot like he did, but a little bit more facial hair that I found. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I can't find the first one that I did and like the date to it. Remember I showed you the sketch to that one? Because I compared it to him after he was arrested. And it looks a lot like him, but I can't find the original date when I did it, but it was before he was arrested, but I don't remember what case I was looking at when I got it. I like sent it to myself. I'll show you. I'll just send it to my messenger again so I can find it easier because I don't know what I did with it. Screenshot. It's not exact, so you have to remember sketches aren't exact, and I'm not a sketch artist. Like, I'm literally taking something from my a vision and trying to make it in now. It's not gonna be exact. It might have been when he was younger. I don't know. So it is, yeah. No, you'll see. I'll show you right now. And I did this before he was arrested, but I gotta find the original because I don't know what I did with it. So not exact, obviously. And I don't know if I was seeing a younger version or what, but similar. I thought he kind of looked like him, but it's not gonna. I'm not a sketch artist. I try to take my vision and turn it into a sketch, so it's not hard. It's not easy, but yeah. No, he's not a reincarnation. I contacted Ted for Brian, so he's not a reincarnation. It's just a karmic echo. Yeah, I just actually saw that a second ago. Or a little bit ago. Not a second ago, but a little bit ago. I don't know anything about that case. So, I don't know anything about it at all. Yeah, I just thought it was weird that the whole surgeon, my like husband and surgeon, I was talking to this girl and she was talking about her husband that was a surgeon, and then like I guess I woke up and I didn't remember any of that. I was too stuck on the whole Ted part of the dream. So stupid. But But the sketch, I did find the sketch from my dream. And like I said, Ted's chart, his Uranus plugs right into Idaho 4. So, I don't know. What did I do with that? I don't know if I can even show this because it's shit. And just like freeze everything, did I? I'm trying to figure out how I can show you guys I think I probably showed it in, it's been a year since I worked Emily's case, so I don't know if I actually showed it. Oh, here we go. That was the guy that I drew off the dream. No, not a karmic archangel. It's just a karmic echo. Like a karmic echo, like similar. So this is the guy I guess I had a dream of. Similar, probably not exact because I'm not a sketch artist and I drew it from a dream, but yeah. So I found that one today because I forgot about it. Oh, interesting. Did you just see the EMF spike? I don't know anything about it, Laura. No idea. EMF spiked right when I put up that picture. It's weird. Okay. Well, that's a rabbit hole of different cases, I guess. Yeah. Right when I pulled up that. So it's interesting because it's, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a younger version or what, but this was the guy that and he was pulling like a trailer in my dream. Like, not like a, yeah, no, so like a karmic echo. I think I've done a video on it. Not archangel at all. Archangel's good. No, karmic echo is like somebody that has like the same karmic path, the similarities, things like that. But no, it's not Ted. Because remember, I channeled Ted. I couldn't channel him if he was here. So, and I still do. Yeah, that's the case. I think Tracy's been following that case or something. Right, Tracy? But I haven't seen it, so I don't know. No. Who I pulled up is somebody from Emily Pike's case, who I dreamed of for Emily Pike. Emily Pike was a teenager. And Tracy, it has that same signature I was telling you about last night. The whole 23-degree signature. Yep, it has that same signature. So that's interesting. But I noticed I didn't pull cards on her, and I haven't channeled her the new way. And so I think that when the astrology's right, I'm gonna probably channel her and try to do cards again, see what we come up with. So because I think about that little girl sometimes. Yeah. Yep. So, and we like also looked at the chart for like the dream and stuff, and it looks like it was like pinging her, so there has to be some stuff in that dream that is right. Shit, maybe he does have like more like a truck with like a camper or something instead of a trucker. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't she on like some sort of medication or something? What was she trying to blame the ex-husband or something like that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about I don't know a lot about that case, just what I heard from Tracy. If it happened last year, like I don't even remember last year. That's how crazy it's been. All right, I guess I better get off here and go take care of everybody. I should have already done that. So I guess I will. Yep. I guess I will see you guys next time. Everybody take care.